Well, Giles, first of all, thank you very much for doing this interview on getting out some of my thoughts about a very good friend of mine and a colleague. And I talk about Mario Belvedere, our former CEO, and that's Chief Administrative Officer for the town of Milton, who had been with me for some 13 or 14 years. And of course, Mario passed away on May 27th, 2014. So reflecting on Mario and Mario's career, which, you know, there's lighthearted moments and there's serious moments about those 13, 14 years that Mario and I spent together. But let me just share maybe just something on the lighter side to start with. Probably after the first year that Mario was here working in the town of Milton, I'm not sure whether it was my wife, Olive, or my longtime assistant, Darlene Davidson, that come up with the tagline of the Taz. And that refers to the Tasmanian devil, because I can tell you, and I've seen it many times, Mario would be going in about 4 different directions at the same time, trying to get things achieved. And he would really, truly remind you of the Tasmanian devil, just running every which way to get things accomplished. And I can assure you that he'd get many, many things accomplished. So that's one of the things certainly on the lighter side. But some of his greater achievements, of course, comes by, as an example, Mario took the lead role in getting the Milton Education Village up and away. And again, we have a memorandum of understanding with Laurier University. That will happen in the not too distant future. Mario was a real lead role in that. The new Arts and Entertainment Center, jointly with the library, something that was a little different. Mario was not afraid to get out of the box on combining both of those. And I believe that most of the community, including yourself, is probably well aware how successful that's been. I would like to think that I take all the credit for that, but I can assure the public that that's not the case. Mario led a lot on that. And now, those are just a couple of illustrations. And the other one, I guess, that I could illustrate was a new sports center, 4 ice pads, Olympic-sized swimming pool, gymnasium. You just talk about that. Other communities would just kill for a facility like that. Who led a lot of that? Mario. Mario was the guy. Sometimes we used to refer to Mario as Belvedere Realty, because it seemed to me that he was either building, selling, or buying land just to make this community the community that is. And of course, I can remember going back interviewing Mario when he first applied for the job here. And Mario right off the bat was shortlisted. So we knew that we had somebody that was pretty interesting. And of course, needless to say, history will show that he was successful, of course, on getting that job. But I can also remember asking Mario point blank, give me a couple of good reasons why you'd want to come to the town of Milton, because Mario had served in other municipalities in the capacity of CEO. Tell me why you'd want to come to Milton. He said, I know Milton's got a few challenges coming up. Keep in mind now, we're talking about 1999, 2000, with the growth that was going to happen here. He says, I want a challenge. I thought, well, if you want a challenge, I'm going to give you one. And you know what? He was up to the challenge. So those are the lighthearted side, I think. But there was very much a business sense of Mario. And he approached life, in my opinion, too, on the lighthearted side, the way that I think that I do. I think that's the reason why we hit it off so well. So those are just some of the little things with Mario. But it's been a tough time for some of us, including us elected people, including yourself. Mario went on long-term disability a little over 2 years ago, and he officially resigned when he knew that he was really in tough with his health. He resigned early this year, 2014. I think it was probably February or March when he officially resigned. But we kept him on in an advisory capacity, because there's things that he was so involved in, so familiar with, and he did right up to the end give us darn good advice as to what we should be doing, what we shouldn't be doing. So Mario will be truly missed.